Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And on the ground they go with a running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to him on first down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Flacco off play action. And that's the first NFL catch for Courtland Sutton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Flacco from the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Operating off play action, Flacco. They'll roll him out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Once more, it's Flacco. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Steps away. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And Denver getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Crowell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
White Monday.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw his Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Carr to throw. And just shedding. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Lee Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A good pick up there. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jermaine Gresham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Flacco here on 2nd down. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A red zone 1st down for Flacco. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And that is incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go pass again with Flacco. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. A lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Rolling to his right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute barrel. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
7:34. 29.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? Forced out to his left. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more.
And they'll run it here. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Play action. Flacco. Being checked. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Crowell, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From midfield, here's Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line. So they told him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marquel Lee coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Flacco. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll start the drive with Washington. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Carr. And he's got Gresham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Hey, Purdue!
The final shot here before half for Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're good.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Now a handoff to Crowell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Hey, Purdue!
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
They'll look to set up his blockers. Great blocking on the return. It springs. Him for 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
On the run, it's Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Get down.
Carr to throw on second down. Roberts with it over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Carr now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
We're good.
To throw is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
On second down, here's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs at defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic. Reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Brown, the lone receiver left. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now on the return, Brendan Langley. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Z. Check. Ready. Flag 32.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
319.
They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And now running right through it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Smith catches left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Carr on the give. It's Washington. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now on first down, it's Washington again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing now is Carr. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Letting one go deep. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. On second down, here's Smith. And that's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Smith now to throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Slow.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Steps away, and now the ball's loose. Smith loses it, and the Raiders have recovered.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. On 1st, here's Washington. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Right back to Washington. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they've wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
They'll run with Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, it's Crowell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
And Noon didn't get a whole lot better there.
Well, Jumbo.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Quit talking about it and bring it. Out.
They'll toss it to Crowell. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run forward with Crowell. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Smith on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they'll indeed take a knee. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along